Hi everybody, Varangian here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've already been here before. We are in Crusader Kings 3, it's our Danelaw playthrough. We finished our last episode trying to increase the cultural acceptance between the Norse, us, and the native Anglo-Saxons who we have decided to rule for their betterment. A quick apology because, for some reason, I don't know what happened, but the last video, the audio went very staticky, as somebody pointed out to me. Thank you for doing so in the comments. I've no idea why that would have happened, unless I knocked the connection or something like that. I don't know. People who've got more experience of recording, maybe they can help, because I did nothing different to anything previously. The only thing I think is, did I catch the one of the cables and dislodge it slightly? I don't know. Maybe it just wouldn't have worked at all then. Yeah, I found getting the audio right quite tricky, actually. Either the background or the game sounds have been too high and I've been too low, or vice versa, or it's all been too low or it's all been too loud. So yeah, I'm really still trying to feel my way through this, and just when you think you're kind of on top of it, something like that happens. So yeah, not sure what happened, but apologies, and well, fingers crossed it doesn't happen this time, because if it happens again, yeah, I've got some kind of serious tech issue of some description, and I'm not particularly tech savvy, so God help me. Or Odin help me, as yes, I should be saying, I suppose. So the cultural acceptance, I think we were fairly close. Let's have a look at that Anglo-Saxon. Acceptance is 18, and I think we need 20 for a hybrid culture. I can't remember whether it will give me a notification when it reaches 20, or whether I'll have to just keep my eye on it. I don't think there's too much down here. Succession is going to go to, yes, Princess Ragnhilda. And I think she is, yes, because she's in line because we made our brother vote in the same way as us. So the succession is fairly secure. She's currently she's not betrothed or married, so we could find her a spouse, or I maybe wait until the time is needed. But that does run the risk of her finding her own man or woman. But males tend to lead to problems. I mean, illegitimate offspring. So Skuld could get married. We have a fair number of alliances, and alliances do kind of get me into trouble. So I'm not really looking for any more. Still trying to get my levies up to this. If I got my levies up to that 6,800 mark, we'd be very secure. And we could probably even move it against Denmark, but that's not for now anyway. Well, let's unpause. Yes, my heir's unmarried. I've just seen that. We'll unpause. We're building in the North Riding. We've got a negative balance, so we need to get that back up, which it should, tick over. I thought I pressed unlock there. That should tick over quite quickly. I don't want to swap hostages. Thank you very much. That's still at 18. What do you say? He's going at 1.4 a year. So it's a couple of years, isn't it? We're into 901 AD. Someone is plotting to kill my daughter and heir. This is not good. We must stop the villain behind this. What is our spy master doing? Disrupting schemes. But he's not fantastic. But the only possible side effect is Courtier's secret revealed. I suppose with a higher skill, all those other hostile scheme resistances, etc. would go up. Do we have? I mean, we do. Also expects a position, so we could put Jarl Svanhilde, Uber's daughter, my cousin, into the position. I don't know whether those figures went up or not, but anyway, she surely's got to be better. She's got a high score. That's quite worrying. Although, where are we? Yes, my brother will vote whoever I vote for, so it's not that he's just voting for Ragnhild, is it? So, I mean, we don't want Ragnhild to be killed. Absolutely not. King Stein the Brave. Betrothal between his grandson and my daughter. Definitely the kind of alliances we would go for if we were after one. And I think it's possible that we should go for that. Or I think it's good we should go for that. Yeah. We'll go for that one. I mean, they're ticking up, aren't they? I think keep looking at this and it just doesn't really rise very quickly. Ugh, well, it happened. My nephew, Ketil Ragnarsson Hvitserk, is our new player heir. Let's press the pause button. Outliving a child, Ragnhild has been murdered. Died under mysterious circumstances. Oh, Odin, how could you do this to Ragnhild? If I have sinned, why did you not punish me instead? She was blameless, my perfect daughter. Life had so much in store for her. It did. She was going to be queen. Well, somebody was very successful, and I don't know who it is. And again, a large chunk of stress. Maybe I should have taken that more seriously. Oh gosh, so who is? Yeah, who? I've just married my other eldest daughter off. Aslog is betrothed. I don't think I can vote for him. Can I vote for Prince Frodi? Oh, I can. My son and ward. So he is now my player heir. Everybody kind of likes him. Apart from my spy master, I've just given her the position. She's not voting for him. What does that do to the rest of the succession? Okay, so he's going to inherit everything, and the Kingdom of Danelaw's got its election, and he's in charge. So, did that turn out all right? He's strong. He's got a diplomatic education trait. Wonder whether we should take advantage of the strength. I don't know whether I can change it again. He's not particularly suited for a martial education. Let's leave him as a diplomat then. Take after his old dad. Yeah. Okay, so maybe that wasn't as disastrous as what I first thought it to be. Paris has a few small alliances. Takes up to, what was it, 1,900. See, it makes us quite equal, but then I can bring in some alliances. So we could go against, move against Paris. I think we've probably got a truce with the Hoybeth, however that's pronounced. They don't have any allies. But no, it doesn't look like we have any penalties. So I could conquer that duchy. Is this one where I can't take a huge amount until I can go for the kingdom? Yeah. Okay. And I need to be exalted amongst men. I believe that's quite a way off. I could take it chunk by chunk, but yeah. Similarly with England, we've got quite good relations at the moment, so it's probably not anything that Sigfrid would do. But again, we are just taking fairly large chunks, but it would be better. Maybe we need some kind of falling out to happen over the next few years or so. So I think the Hoybeth is their time is limited, really. And I wonder whether we go for that now. What's happening here? That's still at 18. Is Prince Arthfail II called the Cruel? Prince Arthur liked to think he has a relatively sunny disposition, really. People just don't seem to get his sense of humour. Okay, fair enough. I mean, we don't want a neighbour who's cruel, do we? Nobody likes a cruel neighbour. I mean, it's slightly against his personality, but then again, he is Norse. He has Viking heritage. He is trying to expand his land, so I think we can just about justify it. The rules in this are getting more and more blurred as we go. So we could declare war for the duchy of the Principality of the Hoybeth. Yeah, let's go for that. And who shall we call in? Who are my allies? Chieftain Barder Tormundson of Schleswig. Probably quite a way off. Where are you? Somewhere over here. Oh yeah, okay, so not that far actually. You could get your boats going and get across relatively quickly. And with your 2,300. Oh, we already had. I've got all confused. It's not difficult. Honestly, my brain has not been working particularly well these last few weeks. He doesn't have any allies. So we probably could have done it with our 2,500 on our own. But, well, as safety, as backup goes, we've asked our ally to come and help. So let's raise our army. right here. It's only going to take 7 days. We'll notch the speed down a little. He will join our war. And we'll start besieging some of his castles. Forts. Can they be called castles at this time? My nephew, there's some infighting going on in the north. My unruly vassals. So where's he going to head? Ooh, we don't know. We've lost sight of him. Here he comes. He's heading into Warwickshire. We've got 13 months. He's only got 9 months. So, okay, we will abandon that siege because it's taking way too long. And we'll engage in battle. He's probably going to run. Oh, social manipulation. The first time it happened, I barely even gave it a moment's thought. But my vassal, Countess Elinian, has grown bolder. Her challenges no longer pass unnoticed among my vassals. She is testing my limits. The others are sure to follow unless I give her a taste of her own medicine. Well, we're in for some stress, whatever we do. We could ignore her and steal her ideas. Forgetting to invite her, leaving her in the dark. Or all the problems will be blamed on her. Or how dare you challenge your king? Oh gosh, I mean, I don't think the last one. Yeah, that goes against 2 of our traits, compassionate and gregarious. The others are just because we're compassionate. I think we accidentally forget to invite her and leave her in the dark. No reveal of the outcome. Are we going to catch this army regardless? Oh, here we go. We gained a manipulation hook. Excellent. So I began to withhold information from Countess Elinion. She has made a damn fool of herself on more occasions than I can count. Dismissing her hopelessly outdated suggestions has been easier than outwitting a dog. Now she remains quiet, eyes cast low. Cruel? Perhaps, but it had to be done. So we got a weak hook on Countess Elenian. We have caught them. The events are coming thick and fast. Blood on the snow. It comes from nowhere, hitting me clean in the temple. I didn't even see the projectile coming, much less try to dodge, and for a moment I stagger blind. A sharp peal of giggles rings out behind me and I whirl. Our slug rises from her hiding spot, another snowball ready, clutched in a vicious little hand. Blimey, she's 15. She's a vicious little hand. Yeah, I mean, we are a nice person, I think. So I'm sure we'd join in. I mean, we've got a war to worry about, so why not let off a little bit of steam by throwing snowballs at our daughter. We've got a diplomacy perk. One of our knights, our soldiers, has ripped somebody's head off. And another one. Okay, so we caught a captive. Nothing to do with the war score. The diplomacy. We were going down family hierarchy. So that's an extra skill point. But it doesn't look like we can ransom said hostage. So let's make our way back to their territory. Where is he heading? Probably back to his capital over there. We'll try taking this castle. They do have quite high fort levels, don't they? Compliments to make my vassal Countess Elenian more susceptible to my attempts. Well, we don't particularly get to see eye to eye very well at the moment, do we? But she's zealous, fickle, and vengeful. So I wouldn't think she had an empathy and a kind heart. She's also irritable. I mean, I'll just keep it short and professional. Let's knock the speed back up a bit. I am out walking Ghost when suddenly I see my vassal, Countess Ellen, approaching with a beautiful black dog. Is she out on her own? She doesn't look old enough. Before either of us can react, Ghost and the other dog take off. I am sure they'll be fine. Absolutely. My vassal, Countess Ellen, and I find the two dogs after a while in the middle of a play fight. It's good to see Chop Licker having such fun. Chop Licker. Interesting name for a dog. I suppose they do lick your chops and their own chops and pork chops. Yeah. Good name. Good name. Oh, we've got a plague. Ooh, it's a major plague. Sigfrid's boils. The outbreak began in Grimsby. Whoops, didn't need to necessarily take that off. Okay, can we see? Yeah, okay, so it started, hasn't it? That is our land. Summon the... Oh, let's read it. I walk through Lincolnshire to be treated to a dreadful symphony of human suffering. Pestilence has come to this unassuming hamlet. The lumpy skin of the diseased is bright red and painful to touch. They sweat even in the cold, and they have the look of a leper in their eyes. Already people are calling this affliction Siegfried's boils. Why? Why are they calling it after Siegfried? Does he look like he has boils? At least half of the peasant population have been infected, and it's only a matter of time until it spreads to the nobility. Yeah, not so good, this one. We need to summon the physician. Definitely. The dim, flickering light of Ulfhilda's infirmary illuminates the scene as the physician lays out a plan of attack. I have a number of observations regarding Siegfried's boils, chiefly the way patients are besieged by red spots like I've never seen before. The plague does not appear to be too severe, and it's my recommendation as a professional that we take the light approach to prevent the spread. After all, we do not wish to hurt the economy. I mean, my economy is not particularly strong anyway. Ultimately, the exact strategy for preventing the spread of this plague is mine to make. Okay, I don't think I've dealt with anything more than... I've been really lucky. Anything more than just a minor. Let's go for the desperate measures. Or do we take... Arrogant, diligent, temperate... Wow. Oh, is this the physician that we accidentally appointed because I clicked rather too eagerly on the wrong option. Yeah, I'm not too sure you have the professional credentials, so I'm going to go for the desperate measures because I'm a little bit worried about this. Oh, it was a success. There we go. The disease, which was set to spread like a flame to paper across my realm, has slowed to a crawl. The radical measures proposed by Ulfhilda she didn't recommend radical measures. She wanted to go for the light touch. Unbelievable. Oh, it's taken a toll on the economy. Yeah, it was her fault. Her fault. But in the short term. But Sigfrid's boils may not be quite the threat we had all feared. Okay. Let's just hit pause so it doesn't move too quickly. Wonderful. We gained major epidemic prevention. So holding taxes have gone down by 20%. 20% of not a lot isn't huge anyway. So that's not too much of a problem. Plague resistance has gone up. Wonderful. I also think we should isolate the capital. We're going to lose some more legitimacy. But we need to reinforce the walls, close the gates, and throw the keys, but you know, we want to reopen them again eventually. We will isolate the capital, and we will have to keep an eye on this. Yeah, it's spreading. Ursula comes of age, and she gains a trait, the flamboyant trickster. Yes, look at Siegfried's boils spreading. Wow. No fatalities yet. The beating. What in the world has happened to my son, Frodi? He's all bruised and beaten, and he refused to name who did this to him. Was it an older child, or did he pester a noble to the point of fury? If so much as a pin drops, Frodi will be running for the safety of an empty closet. The poor boy seems to live in constant fear. Oh, so he's going to get the trait Craven. Run, hide, and never give your foes a chance to hurt you. Or avoid people and you will be safe. Well, we're quite a gregarious person, so that's not an option. I don't think we would tell him to do that. There are enemies everywhere. You must learn that. Now this... You know, I don't think paranoia is a particularly good trait either. I mean, they're as much to each other, but our daughter and previous heir was murdered quite recently. I think this is something that he could say and yeah, take the stress and make him aware that enemies are everywhere. Okay, yeah, we'll go for that. Oh god, now he's got the measles. So is this different to Siegfried's boils or... Well, grave news reaches me. My son and heir Frodi has fallen ill with measles. The future is uncertain. Death lingers closely by his bedside. Yet all is not lost. Frodi might survive, should luck be on his side. Only the Norns know his fate. My physician wants to know how my son should be treated. Oy. I mean, we did the opposite to what you suggested last time. Although she's not actually suggesting anything this time. It's just, yeah, I feel like I'm the physician here. So we could be cautious or drastic, or just pray to the gods. I mean, we're not going to sell him down the river. How old's Frodi? He's only 11. Not giving him his own choice. I think we'll be cautious and do no more than is necessary. So he's got reduced symptoms. That's good. Oh, my life. Okay, so we are definitely getting visited by death this episode, aren't we? Sickness and pestilence continues its harrowing march through the Danelaw, laying low peasant and noble alike. That brutal, indiscriminate truth rarely lays itself bare until moments like these. My stomach twists and writhes in silent agony as the body of my daughter Grima is borne past me. Physicians and healers work from dawn until dusk to save her. Were they looking after Frody and his measles? But their grim faces told everyone more than they would say. So young, so full of promise, so many more left to die like this. Odin, deliver us. Rest in peace, little Grima. So she died from the measles. I think this is the symptom that they've got from Sigfrid's boils. Oh yeah, it says measles underneath. If I read that, I would have noticed. So 4 fatalities, and well, one's my daughter, and I think one's a counsellor who I noticed had also just pegged it. This was a bad one. And our physician said, and I do use the term physician loosely, that it wasn't that bad. It looks pretty bad to me. So yeah, we lost our steward. So let's put Earl Bragi in. He's a good steward and will continue to promote that cultural acceptance. I was going to say without any negative effects, but it's not quite the case. We could enter seclusion. I wonder whether that is something we should do. A great and deadly plague. You make yourself and your close family more resistant to plagues. Yeah. Oh, our stress has gone up anyway. No, let's leave that because we're going to get a stress event in a minute. How are these sieges progressing? Really slowly. But they can't really do a great deal. Oh, Frody's gone as well. My word. Rest in peace, little Frody. Oh, the mental breaks are coming now. The torrential grief. Life has never been easy, but it feels like the loss of my daughter Grima has pushed me over the edge. I still remember her as a baby, so tiny, so fragile. Despite that, she survived, growing up, growing older, until now, when she suddenly stopped. That's one way of putting it. I had so many hopes for her future, so many things I wish to see which can never come to pass. Oh, dear me. A drink to remember her and a drink to forget. We would gain the trait drunkard and lose a chunk of stress. And that is potentially something that maybe a gregarious person would do. It's hard, but Olaf can help me get through this. My cousin and wife. I would gain the trait Confider. I must press on, it is what she wanted. I think maybe I'd turn to my wife, even though I think she's a bit of a distance away. But yes, we gain the trait Confider, which is a decent trait, a good trait. Okay, so now, who do we have left? Skuld we married off. Have we married Skuld off? Yes. Betrothed. He's only a courtier. I mean, it's not great, but I wonder whether we break this betrothal. We're going to break that betrothal. And Skuld is going to be our new heir. Okay, let's just have a check of succession. Okay, yeah, so we're losing one because it's being shared now amongst the daughters. I can live with that. I mean, there's a fair chance the daughters might not. She is in the North Riding. I was wondering whether she'd moved away because she was married. Oh no, she was only betrothed, wasn't she? Oh gosh, this has been tough. What else have we got? Yes, we could marry Skuld, but let's hang on a little. She better get... Her knowledge is increased, but I don't think it's increasing quick enough. Oh, he's arrived in Jorvik. I don't think that was a good idea to travel to Jorvik. Where have you come from? Nottinghamshire. Was it in Nottinghamshire? I think it probably was in Nottinghamshire already. Well, yes, you better come in now you're here. I wait patiently on my throne for the arrival of Earl Sindarin, who is soon announced and ushered before me. He kneels in deference, offering nothing but his oath to faithfully serve as a vassal of the kingdom. Though the Earl has clearly practised the Norse vows, he mispronounces several sections, humorously changing their meaning and leaving my courtiers stifling titters. We're not a nasty person, we are quite compassionate, and I don't think we would belittle him. Good effort, Sindarin. It's not an easy language. I'm sure Old English and Norse were actually quite close. But yes, never mind, Sindarin. Oh my life. Yeah, here we go. Skuld has fallen ill. So, I mean, the cautious approach worked in the short term, but didn't really do a great deal in the long term, because poor old Frody died anyway. We won't leave it up to her because this is too dangerous now. It looks like even Ulfrid has got the said measles. The time has come for drastic measures. Oh dear. Disastrous mistreatment. It takes me a moment to recognise Skuld. She is so bruised and swollen she barely looks human. What did she do? What was the treatment? Giving her a beating around her head. As I grab her hand, my daughter attempts to speak, but no sound passes her lips. The heartless physician is standing in the corner of the room, anxiously wringing her hands. I mean, this is really testing Sigfrid's patience, this, isn't it? I mean, I'd want to take one of those two options, but because he's compassionate, it's indicating that he might not do that, well, other than gain another big chunk of stress. This will not happen again. Do you understand me? This has been. We could make her into a shield maiden. Oh, this is our younger daughter. Does making her a shield maiden? Oh, it's just her martial and her prowess. I wondered whether it gave health benefits as well, which could have been useful to take. But still, yes, we will propose to make my daughter a shield maiden. She gained the said trait. The Siegfried's boils is not showing any sign of shrinking as of yet. Okay, as I walk down the halls, I hear some muffled laughter. That voice, well, it's muffled because she's got that big mask on. That voice, I'm not used to hearing it so clear and bright. I push a half-open door, and there in front of me is my daughter and heir squealed, seemingly recovered from measles. My beloved daughter and heir is well once more. It's difficult not to shed a tear of joy. Wonderful news, heir be praised. Well, that's the first bit of good news we've had for a while. He's got a peasant uprising. Yeah, there's quite a number of peasants. I'll accept, but I've got my own water win first. Is it slowly getting easier? It's been around for nearly a year. A commoner of Welsh heritage has been accosted in the streets of the North Riding over some minor offence. By making a statement in their defence, I could perhaps convince my vassal, Countess Elenion, the equally Welsh of my good character. But I might risk alienating my Norse peers. The Norse, soon-to-be Danelanders, are of superior moral fibre. I mean, there's so much going on. Whoa, zoomed in a bit quick. Okay, so we have, oh gosh, let's sharpen up here. We have taken the 2 castles, and we can now enforce our demands. Greetings, King Sigfrid of the Danelaw. Tales of your misdeeds are told from island to Cathay. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. I will comply with your demands. So be it. And that's another chunk of land, and we need to think about giving this to somebody, and I presume we could probably, I don't know, could we, yes, create the Duchy of Hvitserk. No, we don't have enough gold, so we will at some point, but we need to handle those holdings. Let's just have a quick look. Oops. Let's try again. Okay, so we could now do the hybrid culture. I think we will do that next episode. We're coming up to about 45 minutes. So let's find somebody to give these holdings to. I'm thinking Dreamer could be a good one, although his intrigue is quite high. But he's calm and brave, lustful. He's a former peasant leader. But he has been quite faithful, and it appears that we get along. We've got a hook for a short period of time. I think we give him those, and then we will give him the duchy when we create the title. So he should like us even more, which it appears he does. That's my dog, asleep and dreaming. I don't know if you can pick that up, but yes, he's crying and barking in his sleep. Okay, we have got an ongoing war. He's managing to lose it. But if we both head back, I mean, we shouldn't really need to head back, to be honest. Head over, sorry.
is raised there out of the way of this horrible plague. And we shall address a lot of these issues and think about creating the new hybrid culture in the next episode. That was quite eventful. I thought that was going to be a quiet episode, but no, far from it. So thanks for joining me. Please do give me a like and subscribe if you wouldn't mind. If you would like to, obviously, drop me any comments below. Has anybody else had a period of time so tumultuous? I'm sure you have, because that plague was a nasty one. I shall see you again soon, but in the meantime, look after yourselves and cheers.